Good morning, one and all. Today we are going to learn a new topic, that is medical entomology. So first of all, what is medical entomology? So entomology is the study of arthropods which are related with our human health. They may be either harmful or beneficial. So what are arthropods? The word arthro means jointed and pods means the legs. So they are the biggest group among the invertebrates. Invertebrates are the animals which don't have a vertebra or a backbone. So the arthropods don't have a vertebra or a backbone, and they have a exoskeleton and a segmented body and a pair jointed appendages. So here are some of the example of arthropods. First, this is bee, ladybug, butterfly, dragonfly, beetle, crab, spider, caterpillar, katydid. You all know this. Then classification of arthropods. There are three types of classification. First of all, insecta. What are insecta? They have three body division: head, thorax, abdomen, three pairs of legs. Some insects have 1 to 2 pairs of wings and 1 pair of antennae. Remember that insecta have wings, but the arachnida have no wings. They have two body division, cephalothorax and abdomen, 4 pairs of legs, no wings. For example, ticks and mites. Last is crustacea. Only Cyclops is the member of this type. They live in water, two body division, cyclothorax and abdomen, 5 pairs of legs and 2 pairs of antennae. So, what are the arthropod-borne diseases? In this chapter, we are mainly going to learn about the harmful arthropods that are harmful to our body. So, diseases that are born from or spreaded by arthropods are the arthropod-borne disease. Humans contract arthropod-borne diseases when a pathogen such as a bacteria or virus is transmitted from its reservoir, natural host, to a human via arthropod vector. The most common arthropod vectors are flies, fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, and lice. Then we have some of the example of arthropod vectors. One such example is Aedes aegypti, Culex mosquito. These are mosquitoes. Then we have ticks. These are the ticks and sandflies. Then these are some of the arthropods and the diseases they transmitted. This is from your book, you can see. So mosquito may transmit malaria, filaria, viral encephalitis, for example, Japanese encephalitis, viral fevers, yellow fever, dengue, hemorrhage fever, such things. Then flies, there are 4 types of flies: house fly, sand fly, tsetse fly, black fly. They may cause typhoid, kalajor, sleeping sickness, then encephalitis. Lice may transmit some epidemic typhus, relapsing fever, trans fever, rat fleas. They may transmit bubonic plague. Ticks, 2 types of ticks are there: hard tick, soft tick. For example, they may cause ticks, typhus, viral encephalitis. Then we have mites or seagulls. Then we have redovate bug, cyclops, cockroaches. These are all other things. Then the transmission can be of 3 types. One is direct contact, from direct contact. One is from mechanical transmission, and another is from biological transmission. Direct contact is directly transferred from man to man through close contact of the 2 individuals or 2 person. For example, scabies and pediculosis are transmitted by direct contact. Then we have mechanical transmission. Mechanical transmission is transmitted mechanically by the vectors to the human body. For example, diarrhea, dysentery, these are caused by mechanical transmission. Then we have biological transmission. Disease agents undergo developmental change with or without multiplication in factors. So three types of biological transmission is there. First is propagative, where only multiplication and no cyclical change is happens. For example, plague bacilli in Eritrea. Then cyclodevelopmental, only cyclical changes happens, but no multiplication. For example, filarial parasite in Culex mosquito. Culex mosquito is the vector. Filarial parasites, they have got cyclical changes in the Culex mosquito, but there is no multiplication of the disease. And the third is both cyclopropagative. Both the multiplication and cyclical changes happens. For example, malarial parasite in Anopheles mosquito. We will all learn the arthropods one by one. First, we have mosquito. So, what are mosquito? Largest group causing many diseases. These are the largest group of arthropods. They may cause many diseases. They have three body divisions. Only the female bites. Male only survives in plant juices. So, the danger is mainly the female mosquitoes. They breed in natural and artificial water collection. In the water collection, they used to breed. In once their legs almost 100 to 200 eggs, and the life cycle of mosquito is of 4 stages. First, the eggs, then the larva, then the pupa, then the adult mosquito. The adult mosquito gives birth to several eggs, almost 100 to 200 eggs. In this stage, they live in 1 to 2 days. After that, if the environment favors and the environment is good for them, they convert to larva. In this larva form, they used to stay the longest, means 5 to 7 days. In the larva stage, they feed on water algae and they have three parts. See the head, thorax and the segmented abdomen. After larva converts themselves to pupa. Pupa is a comma-shaped form where they are immotile. They cannot motile or they cannot move. After 1 to 2 days, they finally forms to an adult mosquito. So the whole life cycle is within 7 to 10 days. Within 7 to 10 days, if the environment favors, they becomes an adult mosquito. In the pupa form, we can see there is two parts. One is, this is called cephalothorax and this is abdomen. When this pupa is fully matured, this dorsal skin is ruptured and the mosquito comes out of this. In this stage, they don't feed, they don't eat anything, and from there they becomes an adult mosquito. In not favorable condition, the mosquitoes hibernate. But in polar environment, this cycle may be prolonged. The lifespan of a mosquito is usually 1 to 5 weeks, but the males lives shorter. Then we have the flies. Housefly is the housefly or the makhi. Makhi is the most common flies. They have three body divisions. Here we can see they have three body divisions. One is the head, then the thorax, then we have the abdomen. The head is jointed with two antennas. These are for sucking of the liquids. They don't usually bite, but they are used for their sucking of the liquids they drink. Then in the thorax, pairs of legs, and They actually grows in the decaying human excreta, cow dungs, then the moist environment, refuse collections, any decaying surfaces in the base of 100 to 150. They breathe in almost 100 to 120 to 150 eggs at once, sitting in moist decaying organic matter. In the life cycle, they have 4 stages as like of previous one. The mosquito, the adult gives birth to eggs, then they convert to larva, then they convert to pupa, and pupa becomes the adult. Larva is also known as the maggot. They are white. Adult lifespan is 15 to 25 days. We can see the eggs. Eggs are usually very small. They are almost of 1 millimeter of size. They are visible in garbages, in excreta collection, manures, then white roads. Then they live in this form for 12 to 24 hours. And in extreme hot condition, they only live 1 to 3 hours. Then they convert to larva. In this larva form, they usually live for 2 to 7 days, and they feed on the garbage. They increase their size up to 11 to 12 mm. They live in the heap of the garbage, and when they come to the surfaces, they become the pupa. Pupa is black barrel shaped. Then in this form, they live from 3 to 6 days, and when the fly matures, this pupa splits and the fly is released, and they ultimately get the adult fly shape. This whole cycle usually takes 5 to 6 days only in summer, and in winter it becomes 18 to 20 days. The lifespan of a housefly is usually 2 to 3 weeks. Then we will go to our next arthropod, that is lice. In the lice we can see what is lice. This koni jana nohoy, eta je hoy koni. If we will magnify this, you will see this is the arthropod lice. This is the head louse. This is the body loss. They live in body also. This is the pubic loss. And in male and female, they are quite different. This is the male. And this is female. Female is little bit looking dangerous. Then we have their explanation. They are the ectoparasites. What are ectoparasites? Those are the parasites who lives outside of the body, and they suck our blood and they survive. They are the ectoparasites of the vertebrates living on body and cloths. Those have the vertebra or those have the backbones. In those animals, these parasites survives. They live on the body and claws of the vertebrates. They have no wings. The head bears sucking type of mouth parts. Thorax has 3 pairs of legs. Abdomen is segmented. They suck the blood of the host and breathe on their bodies, hairs, and cloth. This is the life cycle of becomes 2.0 mm, and the male and female size is different. Female is comparatively longer or bigger. It grows up to 2.4 to 3.6 millimeter, and male it becomes 2.3 to 3 millimeter. See, louse are only survives if they are in close contact with the host and they can be blood fed. So if they are properly handled and if we will maintain the personal hygiene, we can easily control the louse infestation. Say, they are transmitted from one person to another by beddings, by hair combs, hair brush, then by clothes. And if we will prevent that from frequent washing of clothes, living a proper personal hygienic life, washing clothes, then again also taking everyday bath. And in children in play groups, this is very common because they used to play in contact with each other very closely. So there has to be taken care of personal hygiene and it can be controlled. After that, we have fleas. In fleas, the rat flea is very important. They live in the body of the host and in their nest. Animals usually affected are rats, pigs, cats, dogs, and birds. You can see here the fleas have no wings. They have this long leg and they usually used to jump. They have a head, thorax, and abdomen, three body parts. This is the life cycle of the flea. They have four stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Adult gives the egg, it becomes larva, then it becomes pupa, then it becomes again adult. This cycle is of 20 days. They live usually from 1 to 1.5 months. একৰ পৰা 1.5 মাহলৈকে জীয়াই থাকে. And you can see them very usually in the cracks of the floor, then walls, then furnitures, easily available. They suck blood of these animals and they survive. Then we will go to the next, ticks and mice. They are very similar, meaning look similar only. Usually these ticks are like this, mice have these strong-like structures. These are mice. They are also the ectoparasites of vertebrates. Body not clearly visible into three parts, four pairs of legs they have. Either lives on the host body or in the cracks of the walls and floors, comes out in the night for blood feed. Then we have Sarcoptes scabies or itch mite. Is an important mite which causes scabies. The disease scabies, I told you, small ectoparasites living inside the layer of the skin, sucks blood. Transmitted by close personal contact. They are transmitted by close personal contact. Again, the life cycle is of 4 stages, but these have nymph, not pupa. The adult gives the eggs, eggs becomes larva, larva becomes nymph, and nymph becomes uh, again the adult. Then we have the cyclops. This is the cyclops. These are actually very small, only 1 millimeter, and they live in the fresh water. The transparent crustaceans found in the fresh water. They are crustaceans, the types of arthropods, the last type of arthropods. They are involved in the transmission of zini worm and fish tapeworm disease. Body is visible into cephalothorax and abdomen. 5 pairs of legs, visible to the naked eye and can easily be stained or killed by boiling water before drinking. The zini worm destroys embryos in the surface of the human body. In water, these embryos are ingested by cyclops. Such cyclops are ingested by a healthy person and they cause the disease. Then we have the bedbugs. The last of arthropods we will study is the bedbugs. These are bedbugs. You have seen this, very popular and spreaded, distributed worldwide. Body is only 5 to 6 millimeter in size, flat and ovoid in shape. The mouth part is adequate for sucking blood. They live in beds, cracks and crevices of the walls and floors, active in the night and sucks blood of the host. Dispersed through traveling bags, laundry, furniture, soiled clothing and public places. Bugs has not been found to carry any disease so far, but is a sign of poor personal and environment hygiene. It causes biting nuisance, irritation of skin causing itching and dermatitis. They don't transmit any disease. So far, we don't know if they transmit any disease, but they are very biting. They may cause biting nuisance and they may cause irritation of the skin, causing itching and dermatitis. It will lead to insomnia, causing discomfort during the day. Their biting may not allow us to sleep and it may cause discomfort during the day. So, how to control the arthropod? Very important how to control them. So, our most effective and permanent method of arthropod control is to eliminate their place of breeding. So we will not let them breed, then it can be controlled. If the dirty water collection, refuse, excreta collection are removed, mosquitoes and flies can be controlled. The basic principle is that every house and its surroundings should be kept clean and everybody should have a good personal hygiene. Spraying of insecticides, commonest is the DDT, we all know that. In the concentration of 1 to 2 grams per square meter area alternately, malathion, linden, dimethyl, pantheon, etc. can also be used. Benzyl benzoate is used for the treatment of scabies. Larvae of mosquito can be killed by Pedi's green in a concentration of 2% dust applied to the water surface or mineral oil like kerosene spread over the water surface can prevent the supply of air to the larvae and they are killed. Screening of buildings, offices, hospitals by fine gauze doors can be kept the winged insect way. Mosquito repellents of a variety are also available in the market, like dimethyl toluamide is the commonest, we all know. Then there are some advanced technique also. There are recently advanced technique. For example, some aquatic animals like gambusia, lobster fishes, then colomomyces, these are fungus, feed on mosquito larvae. So, if they are grown in the water, it causes reduction in the mosquito larvae. They are fed by the mosquito larvae. They is the mosquito larvae. So, if we can breed them in the water, it may reduce the production of the mosquito larva. Then we have the some of the genetic control. Genetic control means the gene is modified. Techniques are also used like cytoplasmic incompatibility. Incompatibility is given at the cytoplasmic level. Sterile male technique. They will produce some sterile male that cannot breed or they stops the reproduction. Then we can go for chromosomal translocation with promising results. Again, we have the insect growth regulators, chemosterilin, and sex attraction. These are still newer areas of research in arthropod controls. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone.